Hello, dear people around the world, and welcome to Yogyweight. My name is Leona Lilly, and today we celebrate the first English content on this channel. This channel will switch now into the international area, and yeah, if you like, you can also follow on TikTok or Instagram, and we want to enjoy today some movement. Spirit animal flow is our main topic, and today we want to be as smooth as a panther. So you need only your mat, some comfortable clothes and a belt, or maybe a big towel or something which you can grab like this, or maybe a little bit wider, and which is easy to use. So I would say let's get ready to roll your mat and enjoy some movement. So let's begin at the beginning of your mat. For the beginning, you can arrive in your mind here for the next minutes of training and just focus a little bit on your breath. Focus how the cold breath gets into your nose and how the warm breath leaves your nose or maybe also your mouth. And with the next breathe in, reach your hands up into the sky. Breathe out, take your hands in front of your heart. Breathe in, reach your hands a second time up into the sky. Breathe out, come into forward fold. Keep your knees micro bend. And with the next breathe in, come and flat back. And breathe out, forward fold. With the next breathe in, take your right foot back and your left foot and take your knees to the ground. Make sure that your hands are under your shoulder and your knees are under your hips. With the next breathe in, come into the cow position. And breathe out, round your back and come into the cat. Breathe in, again the cow. And breathe out, round your back and come into the cat. Breathe in, last time the cow. And breathe out, last time into the cat. And with the next breathe in, come into your first downward facing dog. And keep your knees micro bent. And press your feet onto the ground. And your fingertips are very nice rooted also to the ground. With the next breathe in, step your right foot to your right hand. And come into warrior one. Stay here, be powerful. We want to create some heat. And breathe out, take your hands back onto the floor, step your right foot back, come into downward facing dog. And with the next breathe in, roll into higher plank and knees, chest, chin to the floor. Breathe in, come into the cobra, and breathe out, head goes to the floor, and shake your hips a little bit out. With the next breathe in, come back into downward facing dog, and breathe out, arrive here in this asana. Breathe in, come with your left foot to your left hand. And breathe out, come into warrior one. We also create here some heat, strong legs, and keep your belly very strong here. And just stay here for 1 or 2 breaths. come with the next breath out with your hands to the floor to the downward facing dog again. Breathe in here and breathe out. And with the next breath in, step to the front of your mat. Come into forward fold position. Breathe in, flat back. Breathe out, forward fold. With the next breath in, reach your hands up onto the sky. Come in standing position. Breathe out, take your hands in front of your heart. Breathe in, reach your hands up into the sky a second time. And breathe out, come into forward fold. Breathe in, flat back. And breathe out, forward fold. With the next breathe in, come with the right and left foot into the plank position. And breathe out your way up to the ground. Breathe in, cobra. And breathe out, head goes to the floor. With the next breath in, come into your downward facing dog. And breathe out, just be here in this moment. With the next breath in, your right foot to the front of your mat. And breathe out, come into warrior one. The next breath in, come into warrior two, left foot goes like 45 degrees to the other one. Create some heat, strong legs, keep your belly strong, and be confident in this asana. Just stay for 2 breaths here in warrior two. Very good. And with the next breath out, come onto the floor, step back into your downward facing dog. With the next breath in, come with your left foot on front of the mat. And breathe out, come into warrior one. Stay here with strong legs. And then change your right foot into 45 degrees and come into warrior two. Be here confident and strong and stable. 2 more breaths here in this asana. Keep your eyes focused and enjoy the heat that you are creating. With the next breath out, come with your hands on the floor and into your downward facing dog. With the next breath in, come into high plank position and breathe out your way up to the ground. Breathe in, come to cobra. Breathe out, head goes to the floor. Breathe in again in downward facing dog. And breathe out, just be here and enjoy the stretching of your whole back side of your body. With the next breath in, step on front of the mat, come into forward fold. And breathe out, stay here. Breathe in, flat back, keep your back long. Breathe out, forward fold. And breathe in, come into chair's position. And breathe out, go a little bit deeper here. Maybe you go onto your toes, or maybe you stay with your whole feet on the ground. Just make sure that you can stay here for 2 more breaths, very nice and long. And then breathe out, come into forward fold. With the next breath in, come with your hands up into the sky. Breathe out, hands in front of your heart. And now just change your directions that you are facing the long side of your mat. And breathe in. Get your knee high up onto the air. And breathe out, step back on the right side of your mat and come into a squat movement position. Now we are in the middle, and then lift your left knee up and come onto your right leg. Breathe out, step your left foot on the left side and come into a squat position. Again in this movement, breathe in, your right knee goes up into the air. Breathe out, step back and come into squat position. Now we are getting a little bit faster. Breathe in, left knee in the sky. Breathe out, back into squat. Breathe in, right knee into the sky. Breathe out, back into squat. Breathe in, left knee onto the sky. Very good. Breathe out, come into squat position. And come now back into the center movement. Keep your standing position a little bit more closed and stable, and grab your belt. So reach your hands very widely open into the sky and make sure that you have some pressure here in this belt. And with the next out breath, you come with your body on the left side. Your hips and your legs still stay, and only your upper body is moving. So on the next breathe out, come onto the right side, and breathe in, come into the middle. Breathe out, left side, and breathe in into the middle. Very good. Breathe out, right side. Breathe in, come into the middle. Breathe out, left side. Breathe in, middle. One more time. Breathe out, come into the right side, and just stay here a little bit longer. Keep your belly strong. Keep your legs strong. And just 2 more breaths here. Feel the stretch on the left side of your upper body, and also the muscles. Feel them working and heating. Come into the middle, and now we turn to the left side, and we create here some heat that we can stretch better. When the muscles are warm, they are more flexible, so we want to be smooth as a panther. And yeah, for this we have to create some heat. Also for the stability of our whole system, it is really great to create some muscle movement, some muscle energy. And now come into the middle and keep your belly next to your mat. Grab your right foot and stretch your leg. Very good. We have some seconds for calming down, regulate your breath, and yeah, just enjoy the time here. And now we change sides. Grab your left foot and also regulate your breath. When you breathe out longer than you breathe in, then you are in a very good way, or on a very good way to regulate your breath and your whole system. And now turn your head to the short side of your mat, and we want to do some lunges. With the next breathe in, reach your right knee up into the sky. Breathe out, come in this position for your lunge. Go back, and the next breathe in, reach your left knee up to the sky and step forward for your next lunge. Left knee up to the sky, and lunge number 2 for your right side. Left knee up into the sky, and step forward, lunge number 2 for the left side. Right knee up into the sky, and step forward, lunge number 3. We are going to do 5 times. Left foot steps forward. So right knee up to the sky and step forward, come into your lunge. Left knee to the sky, step forward, your lunge. Last round, right knee to the sky, step forward. And left knee to the sky and step forward. Very good. Come back with your face to the long side of your mat. Grab your belt again. And breathe in. Make your arms very strong and your legs also. And breathe out. Come into flat back position with your legs wide open. Just stay here and feel the stretch on the back side of your legs and your arm muscles, your back muscles, your belly muscles working here. Breathe in, come into standing position, and breathe out, back again into flat back. Breathe in, standing position, breathe out, flat back. Breathe in, standing position, and breathe out. Last time, flat back. We want to hold here a little bit more, a little bit longer. Very nice, very good. 2 more breaths here in this position. And then come back into standing. Take your foot back into a natural standing position. And take your belt and just stand up, stand on your belt. Take the outside of the belt and wrap it around your hands. And now come into forward fold and just pull with your belt a little bit to go deeper into the stretch. Make sure that your neck is long, that your whole back is long. And just feel into your body. Maybe you can micro bend your knees. Maybe you can stretch your legs very strong. But it depends on your body, on your daily mood. So be gentle to yourself and just go as far as your body is happy for a long time with you. And now just release, take your belt or put your belt onto the floor, and we meet in the tabletop position. We want to roll a little bit here, so roll your hips in very big circles clockwise and enjoy this movement. Feel the space in your hips. Feel every little centimeter that you create here. And now turn the sides. Go anti-clockwise with your circles. And also enjoy here this movement. And be aware of the quality that you create, of every minute that you are spending for doing something good for your body. And now we meet in the middle. Make sure that your hands are under your shoulders and your knees are under your hips. And now come onto your toes and lift your knees a little bit. So now you can rotate your hips to the left and side. And be stable in your core. Be stable with your hands on the ground, with your toes on the ground, and enjoy this movement. Feel the heat. And now come back into tabletop position, and we're going into the asana, the Panther. So go with your hands to the top of your mat and let your upper body sink onto the ground. Maybe you want to put your forehead onto the ground, and if you want to go deeper, then you can put your chin onto the ground. Keep your butt up into the air and just feel the stretch in your upper body. Come a little bit down after the great harder work. And maybe you can just put your shoulders a little bit wider. You can open them here. Maybe you can feel every small centimeter which will be created here. And your back, your shoulders. And just enjoy your last 2 or 3 breaths here. Now come slowly with your hands back into a tabletop position. Take your time here. Be careful. And we turn sides. Come into a seated position. And we are getting into the boat position. So your butt is strongly connected with the earth. And keep your arms like this and lift your feet up. Just feel here again the heat. And maybe you want to press also your legs like this and go a little bit deeper into this position, or maybe you stay here. It's up to you. We want to stay here for 3 more breaths. So make sure that you can do this. And yeah, 1 more breath here. And then come onto the floor with your feet, lay your upper body down to the floor and be ready for hipster. So push your hips into the air and let your arms lay on the floor. And breathe in, push your hips, and breathe out, come back to the floor. Just create here your own pace. And if you stay longer in this position, you will create more heat. You will work more intense, but just make your own flow and just let your own body decide which pace you want to go today. And 3 to 5 more hipster movements here before we are going to stretch our legs. with your next breathe out, come onto the floor and shake your legs a little bit. Shake your arms a little bit. Good job. So take your belt and lift your right leg up into the sky and just pull with your belt your leg to your upper body. Create here on the back side of your leg a good stretch and just stay here for a few seconds. Breathe nice and long and make sure that your shoulders are very good grounded onto the earth and your whole back is also grounded very nice. And with the next breathe out, just pull your right foot to the left side and your shoulders, both of your shoulders are still on the ground. So just feel the stretch on the right side of your leg. And stay here for the next 3 to 5 breaths. We are now in the stretching mode, so we created some heat here and now it's really nice to stretch the body and to get some more space. So come back into the middle with your right foot and leg and turn your right leg onto the right side. Just feel the sensation of the stretch and explore on which area it feels, on which area is the strongest feeling, on the nicest feeling. And don't forget to be focused and to be strongly connected with yourself. And come back into the middle and we are switching sides. Keep your left leg to the sky and just pull a little bit so you can create a little bit deeper stretch here. But just be very careful and always listen to your body. Maybe your left leg is a little bit different than your right leg, but this is totally natural, totally right. Life is colorful and your body is unique. Each side is unique. And that's perfectly fine. Switch the side to the right side. Keep your shoulders connected to the ground or with the ground. Maybe you want to bend your knee a little bit. Maybe you want to go deeper, that you can just pull your belt in a very slowly and aware way. And just stay here for 2 or 3 more breaths. And be ready to switch sides. So just put your left leg onto the left side and feel the sensation on the inner side of your left leg. And I hope you will feel also better after this session of movement. And I hope you will, maybe repeat this or journal a little bit of your thoughts and your own sensation of exploring this practice, exploring your body. And now come into the middle and we meet in a seated position. We want to stretch our shoulders. So just grab your belt in a bit shorter way. And I will show you. You can grab your belt like this. And maybe you can also grab your hands and you don't need your belt. It's up to you, it's up to your body, but every way is perfectly fine, and the perfect way is the way that feels the best for yourself. So just breathe into your shoulders and into your upper side of your back. Open your chest here and feel the sensation of the stretch. The last 2 or 3 breaths here before we switch sides. And now just switch sides here. Now the left arm goes up and the right arm goes down. Just explore here. Maybe this side is a little bit different. Open your chest here again. And you can go deeper and deeper in this position. Maybe it is easier here, maybe it is much harder. It is what it is. And now, just one more breath here. And just take your belt, come into a seated position like this, and put your belt to your feet. And now make your back nice and long. It is really important that your back is long. Maybe you also can bend your knees here and just wander here deeper and deeper in this position. Take your time here. It is the last asana. It is also the most healthiest asana in, I think, 2021 or something. So make sure that you are doing something good for yourself. And I hope you will also feel as smooth as a panther today. Focus onto your whole body, and maybe you feel some areas they are very stiff, and maybe you feel a little bit more smoothness here. If you're able to grab your feet, feel free to do this. And do not round your back. Just imagine that you are growing with your heart. So do not sink your head to the ground. Just sink your heart to the ground. So that your back can stay long and nicely healthy. And the gratitude will do their job automatically. So you can sink here in very small movements, deeper and deeper in this position. Flex your feet so you can go deeper in the stretch. And enjoy this for the next 4 or 5 breaths. Very good. And now make sure that you are prepared for going upward, so you can put your belt away. You can come with your upper body back into a straight position. Find your way into a seated position and put your hands in front of your heart. If you want to close your eyes, just feel free to do this. And yeah, we want to create here some gratitude and the moment to integrate the last few minutes into the next few hours into your day, and take the nice quality that you created here in your day. I hope you enjoyed this class. Thank you very much for enjoying, and we see us next week for the next spirit animal here. And I wish you all the best and see you next week. Namaste.